Head of Product at Dfns, and today I'm going to show you an end-to-end demo of the Dfns dashboard. We'll first start out by creating a custom permission set. We'll then show you how to manage users across your organization. We'll then go ahead and create a fee sponsorship wallet so you can sponsor gas transactions. We'll then go ahead and create a couple of additional wallets, and then we'll create a policy around whitelisting. And finally, we'll simulate a couple of transactions so you can see both the fee sponsorship and our policy engine in action. So first, I'm going to go ahead and authenticate and log in to my Dfns organization. I'm going to sign with my passkey. Once you're on the Dfns dashboard, to create a new permission set, we are going to head over to Settings, and you'll land on the Permissions tab. You'll then hit New Permission. So if you're familiar with identity and access management control products, Dfns has a very similar approach where every action that you can take across the Dfns dashboard has a corresponding permission set. So this is great if you want to go and create very specific user persona driven role-based access control. So for example, I can go ahead and create a wallet read permission. This could be great if you have users within your organization who should only be able to read wallets. So I can go ahead and call this read only wallet. Now, because this is a mutating function, you're making a change to your organization, we do require you to sign this with your passkey. So you'll see that I've gone ahead and I've created this read only wallet permission. We'll now go and head over to users, and we'll create a new user to my organization. You can do this by using the email alias .co. We do have an external identifier field, so this is something that's great if you have an external system that you're integrating Dfns to, and maybe you have an external identifier to tie to that user. Again, I'm going to create this user. I'm going to sign with my passkey because this is changing the state of my organization. And you'll see that this user has been created. They will receive an email with onboarding instructions and also instructions to create their passkey. Now, once they onboard, they are onboarded without any permission set, so it requires an admin or someone with the right permission set to be able to go in and actually assign permissions to that user. So for example, I can go here and I can assign this user a read-only wallet, the one that we just created. I'll confirm this permission assignment and I'll sign with my passkey. Now we're going to go ahead and create a fee sponsor wallet. So this will allow you to sponsor the gas fees for transactions. So if I go to our settings, our fee sponsorship page, I can click new sponsor wallets. You can create a brand new wallet and designate that as a fee sponsor, or you can use an existing wallet. So for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to use an existing wallet because I've already got a wallet with some testnet ETH. So you can see I've got this wallet now called Fee Sponsor. It has a little bit of testnet ETH. So I'll be able to use this wallet to sponsor gas transactions in other wallets. If we head over to our wallets page, I will show you how to create a wallet. I'm going to go ahead and select the network here. So I'm going to use this wallet in the later part of the demo around whitelisting. So I'm actually going to go ahead and call this whitelisted wallet. One of the features that Dfns provides is the ability to tag your wallets. Now this becomes useful when you want to use our policy engine. So you can actually scope certain policies to specific wallets with certain tags. So I'm just going to go and assign this the tag deposit. Now I'll create this wallet and I'll sign with my passkey. And you'll now see that we have created a wallet. You'll see zero balance because this is a brand new wallet. But you'll see a summary of the transaction history and also the native balance as well. One thing that we can also do is use the same signature scheme to create multi-chain wallets. So for example, if you're using an Ethereum wallet and we know that it uses the signature scheme of ECDSA, you can actually create other wallets that share the same signature scheme. So I can actually use the same key to create a wallet that's on a completely different chain, i.e. Bitcoin, for example. So I can add this network to my multi-chain wallet. I have now created a Bitcoin wallet using the same private key scheme that the Ethereum Sepolia wallet used previously. I'm going to head back over to my Ethereum wallet. I'm going to copy my address, and I'm going to head over to my policy engine. and I'm going to create a policy for whitelisting. So policies act as a gate before transactions get broadcasted across the fence. So you can create policies on things like permissions assignments, permission modifications, policy modifications, anything around wallet usage, and also incoming wallet transactions. So we actually embedded the Chainalysis know your transaction signals into our policy engine. So for the purpose of this demo, because I said we're going to do a whitelist, I'm going to use wallet usage. Now, there are a number of different rules you can use around wallet usage. You can always trigger a policy, or you can do it based on limits, velocity controls, travel information, even Chainalysis, transaction pre-screening. But for the purpose of this, we're going to go ahead and select transaction recipient whitelist. And we're going to add the address into that whitelisted list that we just created. I am going to then select the action. So I'm going to ask a request approval. So this is going to mean if someone sends funds to an address that's not whitelisted, we are going to request approval through a quorum of signers. I'll hit request approval. I will call this group my approvers. Now, because this is a demo, I'm just going to set the quorum to 1, and I'm going to select 2 people who can potentially go in and sign that request. You can also go ahead and create multiple groups. So you could have a group of executives who have to approve, a group of compliance officers who have to approve. So you can actually create quite a complex governance system for making sure transactions get approved that should be approved. Heading on to the next step, you can actually scope your policies to either specific wallet IDs, or you can use the tags feature that we discussed earlier when creating the wallet. So you can really, scope these policies to specific workflows and wallets in your organization. We'll assign this wallet name, this policy name, whitelist. And then you'll see just a quick summary of the JSON that will be persisted. So you can see that this is a transaction recipient whitelist. Here is the address that's whitelisted, and here are the users who can approve that quorum. So I'm going to go ahead and save this policy. Again, you're going to be asked to sign with your passkey, and this is again a mutating change across your organization. So I've now created this policy. Let's go and see this in action. So here is my whitelisted wallet. Here is a payer wallet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send some funds in my payer wallet to that whitelisted address. Now, in my payer wallet, you'll notice that I do not have a balance of native Sepolia ETH. So this is where that fee sponsorship wallet is going to be able to sponsor the gas fees for this transaction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and send some USDC to the address that has been whitelisted. So I'm going to go ahead and send 5 USDC to this address. I'm going to designate that this can be paid with my fee sponsor. So I'm going to select my fee sponsor wallet. I'm going to hit transfer. I'll sign the transaction with my passkey. And this transaction has now basically been broadcasted. And you'll see in a second that we have actually gone ahead and it's in an executing state right now. We're using the fee sponsor wallet to go ahead and sponsor the transaction. And because it's whitelisted, this will actually go through and be executed and broadcasted as normal. Now I'm going to grab a wallet that is not whitelisted, and we're going to do the same action. This time, this is going to a non-whitelisted address, and I'm going to send 15 USDC. And again, I'm going to use my fee sponsor wallet on Ethereum. Again, I'll hit transfer. Now, this time you'll notice that this transfer has been requested and the approval is pending. So you'll see that this has now hit into a pending state. If I log out of this organization and I log in with a different user, I will need to go ahead and approve this transaction as I'm part of the quorum. So if I head over to policies and I head over to policy approvals, you'll see that I have this transaction to approve. You'll see that this recipient address is not whitelisted. You'll see details about the transaction. And as a user within that quorum, I'm being asked to approve this transaction. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and hit approve. I will go ahead and sign with my passkey. And now this transaction has been approved. It will actually move into an executing state and then eventually into broadcasting. So if we head back over to my payer wallet, you'll see that it's now in an executing state and it will eventually be broadcasted on chain and confirmed by the network. So that is a quick demo showing you an end-to-end flow of using the Dfns dashboard. Thanks, everyone.